Hello Stephen, we've got the transmission out of your '05 Dodge 3500. This is what it looks like when it's apart. Eric or Amanda will get a hold of you with our cost estimates. I'll go over a couple of things with you and we'll go from there. So we'll start with the torque converter. If we look here, you can see some bluing here. There's going to be a lockup lining inside, in this area right here. So it does appear as if that was slipping a little bit. When we turn the converter over, you can see how this side of the converter is superheated. It should actually look like this color all the way, and this is a purpley color. That's definitely an indication there's an internal problem with that converter. The converter is probably the reason for the overheating. This is a range sensor. Inside here we've got oil present. That's not supposed to be there, so the oil basically leaks through here, down through here, and through the wires. That can cause intermittent connections and all kinds of problems later on, so we've got to replace that piece. When we look at the clutches, this is the overdrive direct clutches. You can see what they're supposed to look like. The steels don't have any discoloration and the frictions are a uniform color. When we look at the direct frictions, which come on for third and reverse, you can see how hot this steel has gotten. It's been leopard spotted. This friction here is quite burned. That should look more like that one there, so pretty easy to see that there's a problem there. Forward clutch looks okay. Looking in the pan, you can see some material here, so we've got excessive wear there. That's going to be possibly from the torque converter. If we look at the bands, this band comes on for second gear. It's quite normal for this band to be worn out, and this one's no exception. It's worn right down. The rivets were almost contacting the drum that it rides on, so now is the time to do something about that. This band has some slight discoloration, but in reality this band wasn't slipping. The Torrington bearings, these are in the overdrive section. They look like they're okay. We still have to clean everything up. You can see there's oil soaked everywhere, so once things are clean we'll get a good look at everything, but at this point that's what that end of things look like. On the valve body, we've got a number of valves that we change in here, and that's to strengthen the unit and get rid of some of the problems that they have. So the biggest things are going to be this manual valve here, pressure regulator valve here, and then the solenoid switch valve. There's updated valves that do a much better job. And on this side, our governor solenoid. So that's our governor solenoid. This is our pressure transducer. Those should be changed every time. And then on the recondition, in these locations here, we've got some servos. So this is a servo for this band here. And normally we go to what's called a super servo. So it's a better design. It clamps the band on better. That applies this band here. So we're going to replace that with a Kevlar lined band. It's a heavier duty band, so without doing anything else, that's better, but this is something that we can do to help it live as well. And then in this bore there's an accumulator piston that's nylon, and we can put an aluminum one in with a couple extra seals on there to get rid of some of the internal leakage. But it does appear as if the overheating is going to be, like we said, from the torque converter, so the torque converter is going to have to be replaced either way, and it's probably the reason why you're here in the first place. The band being worn is definitely something that we saw evidence of that when we did the service, and so catching it now means that the drum that band rides on, which is this guy here, this surface is still good. If we let it go any longer, these rivets right here, like this is flush right there, so if this rivet contacts the drum, then that makes the drum not usable either. So as I said, Amanda will give you an estimate, and now you know exactly what was wrong with your transmission. Thanks.